Hello, beautiful people. It's Tuesday, and I wanted to share a scrapbook process layout with you and just showing you some of the product that I used. I did not use all of it, but I was tempted to use a lot of it. And so I just wanted to share my process with you. And if you watched my video today, you realize that I had company in town all weekend, and that is why I did not have a video up for a couple of days, but I am back to putting one out every day again. So hopefully that will make you happy. I know it makes me happy. So here I just took one of the Recollections paper packs that is called My Favorite Things. And at the time of its release, I just had to have it, and I refused it. And then they remade it, and then they had a sale on it, and so I picked it up. And now it's not really my favorite, but it does have some pieces in there that I can still utilize. So I went ahead and I decided I better start using this, or I'm going to end up giving it to someone else. And I do like that soft mint, and I do like the X's and O's, and there's a couple of pieces in there that I can still use. So since I've been kind of on my spending freeze, I've tried to be very particular about what I will and will not buy, because I want to be able to use it in the future and not just use it because it's on trend, or if my style is changing, then I don't need to have a ton of something that I won't use. So I have given Misty a lot of my extras, and that has helped me purge, and I have reduced quite a bit of spending and purchasing, so that has helped as well. But I am in love with the new Maggie Holmes open book, and of course I waited to get it, and now it seems to be difficult to find some of the embellishments. I can't find the ephemera pack at all, so if someone knows who's still carrying that, or when it will be re-released, or when manufacturing can keep up with demand, I would love to know about that. So the chevron paper that you see is just from my stash, and so is the corrugate, and I just wanted it to be kind of dimensional. I did use one of the pieces from that paper pad and cut out the buildings, and you'll see how I fussy cut those. You'll see how I use them here in a moment. And I apologize, my nose is a little stuffy this evening. The weather's trying to change on us here, and it's supposed to be in the 40s as of tomorrow evening, so I'm not really looking forward to that. I really don't like anything below 70, to be honest. I'm just, I don't know. Not a winter person. I really don't know how people live in Canada and all that. Even Oklahoma is cold, and I would be closer to the equator if I could. So if I ever move, I hope it is south. And the pictures here are of London when she was asked to homecoming this year, back in October, and I fussed and fussed with placement of these pictures. And the top picture is the sign that the boy made for her to take her to homecoming, and then the bottom picture is the mum and the garter. So the girl wears the mum around her neck, and the boy wears the garter around his sleeve. And I wanted to document that while it was fresh on my mind, and I printed those out on my selfie, and now I'm just kind of fussing with the placement of those buildings that I had fussy cut out of the paper pack. And I don't know, I seem to kind of struggle with this particular layout just because it was a little bit it was kind of my older style, I guess, paper. A little too whimsical for me, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. been doing more mixed media and more artistic, I guess. But, I mean, it's still cute, and I'm sure a lot of people like it. Oh, and those tabs, sticky tabs. Oh, those are driving me nuts. I ended up getting rid of them. And they don't stick to that kind of paper background anyway, because it has a glitter, like an embossed and a glitter on it. So it's hard to get those tabs to even stick to anything. I think I end up going back and using either hot glue or score tape or something like that. But I'm kind of a score tape girl anyway. And I really need to buy more. I keep running out, and used to I would buy, I don't know, $100 worth at a time, and then I kind of was winding down on my spending and getting on a budget, and now I just kind of buy it as I need it. So hopefully, now that some of the Senate members have changed and we have majority Republicans in the Senate and in the House, we will be able to stop the madness that's been going on in our country. And I think that they will kind of make things status quo, or not status quo, let's see. I think they will stabilize things and calm them down. Let's put it that way. We won't have so much craziness going on, and because they're not going to do anything to jeopardize the presidential election. And so I've got really good hopes that this midterm election helped us a lot, because my business has struggled with some of the problems imposed by our government and our current economy. So even, well, you know what, when the wealthy stop spending, there's a huge problem, okay? Let's just put it that way. And I deal with wealthy investors, and I have a really great product, and yet it doesn't matter if I was guaranteeing the moon and the stars. People are not moving money right now, and I think it is overdue for a change. I mean, it kind of got to where it was like, well, 2008 hit, and we had all these problems, and with the stock market and all of that, and it crashed, and people got a little jittery, and then we pushed through that and recovered we thought we were going to recover, but we didn't, and that kind of shocked everyone. And then things just kind of went from bad to worse, and that still shocked everyone. And now it's been so many years that people are like, well, until we get a different president, nothing's going to change. So they've just stopped spending. I don't know how. I mean, half the people that I call are out of business now, and a lot of people that have the money won't spend the money, and that's just bad for the economy too. So I am ready for a change. I think I've weathered this storm way too long. And so that's kind of my political view at this moment. And normally I don't talk about politics or religion, but that would be the cause for my budget and my spending freezes and my careful spending and things like that recently, because it's just crazy right now. So I thought, if you don't live in the U.S. and you wanted a little insight to what's going on, this is just one view, and by no means is it everyone's view. It is only mine, and hopefully it won't offend anyone, because people do take religion and politics very seriously. But honestly, my kids like to eat, and it has affected my household, so I would like to go back to more of a democracy than what we have had in the last few years, and I'm going to leave it at that. So here you'll see I am using that new multi-glue that is by, it's the mono liquid, aqua, and I was loving it until I made a layout for Misty and realized that some of the embellishments came off. And so if there is a heavy embellishment or one that has a resin or like the Mod Podge melts or flare, anything like that, anything that's not paper, it's going to come off. So that is a tip for you. I was loving it until I realized it wasn't holding. It didn't have a strong hold. I like that it doesn't get stuck in the cap and I don't have to fight the nozzle and the sort of thing I go through with glossy accents. But yeah, I'm going to have to use glue gun or glossy accents for the heavier stuff, or the things with an epoxy or a resin or a finish that's resistant, I guess, to glue, because that mono liquid won't hold in that event. And you can see I did use up quite a variety of embellishments here from different companies. I added some Cosmo Cricut Lovely Bits in the butterflies and doilies, and those are the ones that look like little flowers or doilies there in the aqua. I pulled some loose embellishments, just some like that smile and fun and things that were kind of loose in a bag where I throw things randomly. I did use some Mod Podge melts, and that's the hearts that you see down at the bottom. And also one of the die cuts from Wilna, which is the hearts on the Really tag. The Really tag is Color Wash by Pink Paisley. And the Hello Speech Bubble is from Pink Paisley, and it's Switchboard. Enjoy the Little Things is a cut apart from that glitz that you see I'm holding there, the stickers. That's the accent phrase stickers. And let's see what else. The little envelope is also from the Paper Pack collection, which is the Recollections I'd mentioned. Oh, and the pink frame was kind of cut into pieces. It was also from the Switchboard collection. The Enjoy is Heidi Swap. And I'm just kind of finishing things out. I'll use some Dear Lizzie hearts and some Maggie Holmes bows. And, oh, the word fun is actually Knee Highs and Bow Ties by Basic Gray. And I think I used some 9 to 5 word stickers by October Afternoon as well. I did this layout, I guess it was October 21st, and so now is November 10th. I'm trying to recall everything. But the layout came together after I struggled in the beginning. It just kind of flowed together. I did notice recently, excuse me, when I was purging, that I'd kind of put all my frames into one little thing, and I realized I'm pretty much out of frames for the most part. So I need to order some, and I'm low on several things. I've really been doing great with my stash, so gosh, I apologize. My throat is super dry. It's late at night. I'm tired. I had company all weekend, so it's just getting worse as I narrate. And I should probably go back and secure some of these enamel dots that I made from the perler beads, because those will be falling off for sure with that mono liquid. Well, I guess I'll wrap it up since I'm losing my voice all of a sudden and it's just getting more and more dry. But anyway, I will have still pictures on this one at the end, and I will have another video for you tomorrow. And I hope you liked it, and I did have a lovely time with Misty here, and we had a lot of fun together and scrapbooked, and I did some layouts that I didn't really take pictures of or anything. I sent home with her, and she's my new scrapbook and buddy, so she's learning all sorts of new stuff, and hopefully we will be able to either Skype and scrap or get together and scrap. She doesn't really like to drive to the big city, but I'm working on that. And her daughter Cortland, she is 15, almost 16, and hopefully I can get her driving, and then maybe she can drive her mother out to me. And Cortland and London hit it off fabulous. I was so happy because junior high was hard on London, and she got to be a loner for a while, for a long time, and still pretty much is. But her and Cortland hit it off, and they seem to have a lot in common. So that worked out well for me and Misty, and we were very pleased with the outcome. So yeah, that's kind of my take on the weekend and this layout and the product I used. I hope you had a fabulous weekend, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye.